Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a YouTube as well as a podcast, the start of a podcast. So I'm excited to share some good information with you all, my RYSE family. Ladies, if you're out there, give a shout out in the chat to let me know you are here. Yes, yes, if you're here, tell me where you're calling from, where you're tuning in from. I appreciate you so much. Yes, I'm excited to share with you some things that we are working on just for you. So join us. Um, uh, Add your comments. Yes, add your comments. Um, yes, let's engage. Let's engage with everyone. I'm going to allow you to ask questions at some point in the session. So get ready for any questions you have. Um, we'll be doing that segment in a few. So yeah, think about your questions. I'm Coach E. Rise Enterprise is my business, and I coach ladies, women, particularly women of color, on their journey in the career, leadership, um, business, and life in general. Sometimes we've got to get our life straight before we can really, um, delve into some other areas of life. So here we are able to share with you some of our upcoming things that we have going on. We'll also be able to um, give you insight on what we're doing in the podcast area, hear from you. Really want to hear from you on what you are working on, what you can um, what you need help in as we navigate these waters. So, yeah, come on in the room. Come on and watch us as we move forward. We're excited um, to have you here. Yeah, we got some people watching us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're excited to have you here. So, let's get started. Um, we've If you missed our previous segment on resumes, that is out there for you to view and to, yeah, that's out there for you to view and tell us how you liked it, what you enjoyed about it. Yeah, Brianna is on with me. She is helping us navigate these waters. um, yeah, let her know what you are questions you have. So let's delve into this question of interviewing. So if you're feeling stuck in your career or you're unsure of your next step, whether that's launching your own business or leveling up in your leadership, you're in the right place. So today I'm going to be sharing some information on interview preparation. We'll do another segment on the actual interview, but today we're focused on interview preparation. And we already covered resume. So go over to the podcast channel and view the YouTube on resume development and preparation. So I bring over 40 plus years of HR executive experience. And now I run my own thriving coaching brand that impacts and elevates the lives of high aspirational women. And so I want to share my experiences and knowledge so that you too can ascend in your career, business, and leadership aspirations as I did and many of my clients did. So, um, let's start. You've got to take time to put your plan of action together when you are getting ready for interviews. And um, we don't want to wait till we get one interview scheduled to start preparing. You want to prepare in advance. I see your questions coming in. I'm going to jump in and get those. Um, so before your next interview, before your next scheduled interview, you want to take time to prep. And I'm going to give you 6 key steps to prepping. And I call them action steps. And each one is going to spell out the word action. So the first letter A in prepping for an interview is your approach. Your approach. Um, and the approach throughout the preparation process, you need to remember that the approach you're going to take is that you are a salesperson and your product that you're selling is you. You want to be able to interview with confidence and be able to sell yourself without overselling or underselling. So, in preparation, you want to ask yourself, what are 3 achievements that best demonstrate that I am ready for this role? And so your approach to the prepping is that you're going to use the behavioral interview preparation method to prepare short, powerful experience stories that highlight your prior accomplishments and results. We call this the STAR approach. Um, that's the STAR stands for S, situation. What problem did you face? T is task. What assignment were you given? The A is action. What actions did you take to solve that problem? And R in STAR is results. What measurable successes did you have? So somebody write that in the chat. STAR, STAR, the STAR approach. And then the second approach you can use is similar. You might remember it. Either one of these you can remember. It's called CAR. You're driving the wheel, right? You're in charge. C in CAR is the context. The context is the same as in the STAR, the S and the T. What situation and tasks were you facing or given to you? The A in CAR is action. What action did you take? And the R in CAR is results. What results came about? So put that in the chat using either the STAR or the CAR method. Brianna, can you put that in the chat for us? The STAR or the CAR method is okay for the approach that you want to take as you prepare for your interview. You've got to be ready for that. Then the C in the word action is company. So you know your approach. Now the C is company. When you're preparing for an interview, you have to remember that the company has a problem. They have a gap, and you need to be the solution to that problem. That's why they want to hire you. This is what you're going to do in the interview. But so you're going to do your homework to learn about the company's challenges. So you're going to ask yourself, what problem does this company need me to solve? And how can I be the solution? Look at the job description, look at the company mission, look at some of their strategic planning goals, out there on their website and see what gaps can you fill for this company. What do you bring to the table? So that is the company. So that's the A, the C. Now we're on the T in action. The T is your goal during the interview is to build trust. The T is trust. You need this company to believe and trust that you would be a meaningful contributor to the team. You have to remember that it is much riskier for them to say yes than to say no. So, in preparation, think about how are you going to make it easy for them to say yes and to trust that you are going to be an asset to the company. So you're going to ask yourself in preparation, how can I explain my experience in a clear, jargon free language? How can I explain my experience in a clear, jargon free language? You want to make it simple for them to understand so that they don't have to second guess. They don't have to ask a lot of follow up questions. um, so you're going to practice simplifying your expertise and your experience so that anyone, even outside of your expert field, can understand the value you're going to bring to the company. They're going to trust that you have what they need. Now, the I in action stands for investment. So here is where your resume plays another key role. The resume that you tailored for this company position, right? You're now going to want to reread the job posting so you are clear and have a clear understanding of all the things that the company cares about. Go back and study that job posting. You looked at it before when you did the resume. Now you're going to look at it again before the interview. You really want to be clear on your resume and how it satisfies their requirements. Once you master this process, you'll be able to prepare for any interview. So you're going to ask yourself in this step, how does this opportunity, this job opportunity, align with my professional experience and my personal values? I'm investing in preparing for this interview, but it's a two-way street. They need to know what um, they're going to be asking me what I bring to the position, but you also are going to be interviewing them to see if it's a good fit for you as well. So that's the um, I. So we've got approach, we've got company, we've got trust, we just did investment. Now the O in action, you're rising into action here as you prepare for your interview. The O is observation. How can you start to anticipate the questions you're going to get? Start thinking about what are they going to ask me so that I can start preparing my answers in advance. This is how you plan for success. You're going to look for indicators on their website that's going to really enable you to have a good discussion and for you to prepare your questions. So you're going to go to their LinkedIn page. You're going to see if you got connections with them or people who previously worked there. Where did they what how are you connected with them, where you can use that as an avenue to reach out to them? Who are their clients? Who are their customers? Who are their competitors? What technology do they use? And mostly, you're going to find out what the culture of the company is. So these are all the things that will move you to know the uh, the more you know, the more you're able to then um, observe what is needed from them, from you, right? You're going to be able to come to the interview informed, ultimately able to answer uh, the questions in a really good way because you've been observant of them and you have become familiar with them. So you're going to ask yourself, what company insights can I gather from from their websites, their links, or their former employees? So you're observing, you're going beyond the surface. You're doing research to understand their culture, their leadership, and their goals. And then finally, the end in action is networking. So for your mutual connections that you found out on their website or their LinkedIn page, you're going to reach out and ask questions of those people. Leverage those connections. You're not bothering them. These people work for that company. They want to share about their company and their success. So, but before you reach out to them, you're going to build a list of questions for your connections. Then you're going to schedule a meeting with them so that when you show up, they will know you've done some of your own homework and you're not just trying to get all the information from them. So you're going to get these insider insights, right? Ask them ideas on how to prepare for your interview. That's a valid question. How did they get their job? What have they learned about the company that they can share with you? What are some potential questions that you might be asked on the interview? Pick their brain, use your network to your advantage. Network equals net worth. Network equals net worth. So ask yourself, what in my resume, what do I have in my resume that speaks directly to this company's priorities? So you're going to reread the job posting. You're going to identify who you can speak with in preparation for the interview. And then you're going to use all of that information to align your experience directly with their job. This is how you build confidence to prepare for interviewing. Rehearse your stories, remind yourself of your worth, and then visualize a great interview. So if you have uh, had a great experience with this information today, um, reach out to us. There's ways that you can get in touch with us. um, the link tree, we will put that here so that you can reach out to us. Let's see, we've got a question here. Um, yes, so we have a question we're going to cover is, what else can I do to prepare for my interview if I am nervous? What else can I do to prepare for my interview if I am nervous? Absolutely a great question. Nerves are normal. And I always say nerves mean you care about the outcome of something. So the physical symptoms of nervousness and excitement are the same: racing heart, butterflies, adrenaline out the window, right? So instead of saying, I'm so nervous, just say, I'm excited to share what I bring to the table for this job. But here's a few things you can do additionally to manage your nerves and to continue to create the confidence. Practice out loud. Don't just read your resume or answers in your head. Say them out loud. Listen to yourself respond. Record yourself. Talk in the mirror. This builds that muscle memory so you're not scrambling for words and you're getting comfortable with your responses. Visualize you winning. Take 5 minutes before the interview, sit quietly, close your eyes, visualize you walking in there with confidence and leaving knowing that you nailed it. Know your strategy. We talked about that. Picking those 3 to 4 success stories that you want to highlight. And so, no matter what question they ask you, you can bridge your story to answer those questions. And this gives you more control over the questions not catching you off guard. So, build that behavioral interview process. Um, if you're doing it virtually, make sure you've got a good background. You log in early, check your technology connections, create a calm space for yourself. Do what you need to do to relax. If that's play music, do affirmations, deep breathing, whatever helps you set the tone before the interview. It helps to calm your nerves. And then remember, reframe the outcome. You're not begging for a job, you're evaluating a mutual fit. When you shift from, I hope they like me, to, let's see if this is a workplace where I can thrive, your whole mindset changes. So, in summary, prepare, and prepare some more. That's what you do to manage the nerves. And then rehearse, relax, and get plenty of rest the night before. You got this. You can do this. You got it. Um, so, if you're ready to rise, um, with uh, with Rise Enterprise, if you're ready to rise, then let's drop some comments in here. Yes, I see the comments. I see them. Um, let's drop some comments in here and get ready to connect with me. Let's put the link in the chat, Brianna, of how they can book a complimentary session now. Yes, and click that link tree. It will take you to all of our social media pages. It will take you to our Calendly site so that you can schedule that complimentary career coaching session with me. What do you have to lose? It's one session and you're not paying anything. So just come and show up and get the information you need. We're not forcing you to purchase anything. We want to help you. I'm here to help women rise into action. So, thank you for joining today's Rise Live. Um, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Put that in the chat. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, where we're going to have more information coming to share with you. Um, and again, go see the replay on Resume. Look at this one again, and then we're coming back with some more great information about the actual interview process. We'll be talking about how I rose in action to become a HR executive uh, in the government corporate world, and I want to share those insights with you. So tune in with us, and tell somebody else about it. Share this with another sister, girlfriend of yours who can use this information. Again, we help aspiring women who want to reach, yearn, soar, and excel in their career, their business, their life in general, whatever's holding you back from reaching your maximum potential. I'm here. I got you. So let's rise in action. Until next time, it's Coach E, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.